Hey everybody, it's Laura. Welcome back. I went to the tractor show in Garnett, Kansas, and I picked up a few things. This is what I've got in my bag right at the moment. What we're going to work with today, I'm not going to use these because they don't match the Imperial Jasper beads, and this I'm just going to put aside because I'm going to use it in my jewelry grab bags. And then I got these to make some bracelets with. I'm going to just set them aside and put them away here after I'm done, because I just sat down and my legs are kind of iffy because I've been climbing around in here, looking for stuff. I'm going to open these. They are graduated, and I'm going to kind of slide them off and slide them up. And I got a bunch of other stuff too, but right now I want to concentrate on these. And I already looked for the specific little green spacer beads that I wanted, that I've had for some time from Bargain Bead Box. So I'm going to get them out. So I want some of these. They're gold tone. I think I said green. I don't know why I said that, but that's beside the point. I'm just going to get a bunch of them out. And I looked for green beads. I don't know. If I need more, I got more right here. And I put this little tray together to do some beading out of, and then I got sick, ended up in and out of the hospital. I don't know if those are the colors I want to use. They don't look bright enough, do they? And of course, these spill all over. Those aren't the right vibe. I don't know. Thought about using some of these melon beads. I may or may not. But I'm going to get them out. I have one more in here. He's kind of floating around. But I also have these like little drop beads. But I don't know. They're the wrong color green also. Oh, let's see. I may end up back at the drawing board looking for the right color green. Let's close this, and I have green in here. Let's see how these look. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to use some of these. And I may... Oh, I don't like the square with it. Nope. And I don't think this color or shape will work. No. Alright, let me see what else I can come up with. These will be nice to put kind of along with it. Back to the drawing board. Hold your horses, guys. Okay, I put all those other beads back because I found some 8mm Unikite. They're a little darker, but I brought them over. I also found some fancy Jasper round beads, and I believe that is these also, but in a bigger. And then I found some matte fancy round Jasper. And then I have some green aventurine in different sizes. I grabbed these in case I wanted some flash. I'm just going to set them aside. That I didn't really want. but I found some tumbled fancy jasper nugget beads. I know these are really bright color, and I really don't have a bright colored jasper to go with these, but I'm thinking that I can tone these down by placing, look at this, I haven't even cut this strand. Where's my little fancy jasper? I don't know if I have enough of the same colors to put between it, but I don't know. Let's just open the strand. We're gonna play. We're just gonna play. I'm gonna pull these. Oh, and of course it's got more than one knot. Get rid of the fuzzies. There we go. I kind of like these. And they kind of tone down that bright green. Wish I had one more kind of the greener color. Maybe we'll take him out, put him there, and put him there. Oh, he's still kind of white looking. Let's keep that one. And he's kind of green. I wish I had one more that was greener. Maybe put these two darker. Whoop, I grabbed the wrong one. Well, he is kind of dark, but kind of turns green. Let's do that because he's smaller. There we go. Do like that. Well, maybe that's the one I meant to grab. He's smaller. Let's put him there. Yeah, let's go with that. I'm going to set these off to the side in case I want them. I'm curious how this is going to look once I actually string it. I think they're too big because now you can't tell they're graduated. Nope, that's not going to work. And these are like drilled this way, so that's going to really separate it. Even more than the little gold ones will, because the little gold ones will bring them kind of close. I think we're just going to put the gold between and just play it by ear. See what happens. I really do like those nuggets though. They look really cool. I really do. Let's get some stringing wire. I want to go with the gold on this. So let's get a good long piece of stringing wire. I'd say I'm going to go with like 22 inches I've got cut off here. And let's go ahead and get these that I have not opened up set off to the side so they're not in the way. I can put them back in their little drawers later. And let's go ahead and I'm first going to warm up my wire a little bit. We're finally having a cooler morning. So I'm going to start by putting on a spacer bead in my center, my longest of my graduated Imperial Jasper, like that. And I'm going to pick up this one for this side. Go on there. Come on, little dude. This one for this side. So that we have that. My spacer. A bright one. Spacer. Yeah, that tones it down. It, you know, without them being quite so close together, they don't look as bright as they did shoved up together. And then I'm going to put another gold spacer at the end, and we'll catch up the other side. And I think the gold nugget beads would be perfect with this necklace. I really do. I know yesterday, in both of my videos I made yesterday, the one that went out yesterday and the one that's going out today, today's Tuesday, I said, I'm going to just make some really short, quick videos, and both of them ended up, one it was almost an hour, the one that went out yesterday, the one that's going out today is over an hour, and I'm like, well, that defeated the whole purpose of my video. And then I'm going to put on a green nugget. Where's the hole in that little dude? There we go. Oh yeah, I like that. And then maybe we'll go ahead and put like, I'm just curious how these would look. And then we'll do a stack of nuggets, different colors. I like that. So I'm kind of wanting to keep it so that I'm doing the same thing on both sides. And my next reddish colored one is really chunky, so and then we'll use a small grayish colored one. Wonder if I have a chunkier gray one. I do. Let's go with that chunkier gray one. That'll help even out my sides. Find the hole in it. There it is. If you're working with nugget beads and you don't have like the same size of one color and you're doing like color kind of combinations like I am, switch out your sizes on one bead or the other, and you know, don't be afraid to do something like that. And yeah, Now let's see, we have these kind of clear gray, greenish ones. We have some dark colored ones. And let's see. And then we have these kind of pink ones. I think we'll do like that. And it also depends on where your little hole is in each bead. It's how they're going to look on your strand also. Oh, I guess that wasn't a hole. It was just a dark spot. Oh my goodness. That looks good. So that's kind of how this one looks so far. And then I want to bring in some more of that gold. And I have two of these, and then I have two of these that kind of match. So I think I'll do gold and one of these. Gold and one of these, because that one's thinner than the other one, so we'll use the chunkier dark one. And I think we're gonna pretty much end it. I have two of these dark ones. I will go ahead and put them on. You know what? I'm not liking that at all. It's too many golds in a row like that. I will leave him on, put him on, and then put him on. Was I seeing one too many? I was seeing one too many. I was already counting one I needed to put on. Okay, let's get him off there. Okay. And then I'll end it. Just like that. And then I'll do the other side. We had the lighter bead. This bead. And then, oops, I forgot to put my gold bead on. One more gold bead. And I think we're going to go ahead. Let's see how long this is on me. Because I am still have not been able to get any gold chain. I do have the fine gold chain from, let me go get that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and close this up and measure it and then figure out how much chain we need. So, find the correct tools. I didn't get those put away yesterday. We're going to put our clamshell on and pick up a crimp bead, and I'm going to take my crimp bead and I'm going to grab it here and I'm going to squish it close to the end but not on the very end and making sure that it is squished nice and snugly around the wire. I'm going to give it a tug test. Remember to give it a second tug test. And it's on there tight. Fold my crimp or my clamshell around that. Give it a little hug. He's a little wonky, so I'm going to give him a little straighten up there. And I want to give my two loops a nice squeeze together. I'm going to slide all this all the way down. Give it a nice little swirl like it should look on your neck. I'm going to take my next clamshell, I'll open it up. I have a lot of excess wire here that I'm going to use in another project. And I'm going to pick up my other crimp bead. Drop it all the way down inside of that clamshell. And I'm going to reach in there. I'm going to squash that crimp bead. And I'm going to make sure that it's good and squashed. Give it a tug test. Now there is going to be some play because you're talking chunky beads that are going to move around, but you're not going to really notice it once you put it on. You're going to notice it maybe when it's stretched out flat, but once you put this on, that's extra space there is going to disappear. I'm going to clip off my extra wire. There's enough there for another necklace that's not beaded the entire way. Fold over my clamshell, give it a little hug, and then squeeze the loops together. Now we're going to measure this. Make sure everything's laying good. Here he is. I always have it upside down. And we are at 10.5 inches. I want to make this 24 inches, so I'm going to be adding more jump rings, which I have to get out. So 10.5, so it's going to be about 11 inches. So I need 13 inches minus an inch, it's 12. So I need 6 pieces at 6 inches, or 2 pieces at 6 inches. Good grief. I am going to sit down and mark my beadboard on the edge of my mat so that I can measure with my mat. That up there is it isn't in inches, and it will mess me up if I try to do that. 6 inches. This chain came from, I believe, BB Craft, but if you go to Amazon, you can order it. It was in a 5-pack of different colors. Or I believe Jody has a video up from Panda Haul. Panda Haul has pretty much the same thing as BB Craft. If you look for chain, you can find the same chain, and you can use her coupon, and that's on This Beaded Life. So it'll save you a little money. Like I said, you can find it either place. Alright, I'm going to set the chain out of the way. I have 2 pieces of chain, and I have to... Did I really put my... I did. Silly me. Don't wait. I gotta get used to the fact that I actually have things put away. So, let me come in here, get... Oh, these are big ones. This is not my container with my small ones. I did put it away. Am I correct? I put away the one with all the little beads, the little the little, whatchamacallits. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm back. Let's get the cutters out of the way, because that would be a disaster. I'm going to start by putting my chain on. Find my opening. There it is. Are you kidding me? I'm still not got it in the right position here. I am having difficulty seeing today. It's not all about being a diabetic. It's whatever's happened to my vision. That's why I no longer drive, because, you know, my eyes don't adjust as quickly as they need to with things coming at me. And, you know, could I get out there and just drive? Sure. But do I want to put other people in danger? No. And I gotta tell you, there's elderly people out there driving around that, oh, trust me, they should not be driving. Because it's like, they pull out in front of you, and I know you guys have all seen it. And yes, I understand that they should be allowed to have their freedom, but, you know, they're not only putting themselves at risk, they're putting other people at risk. And do they not realize that they are driving terribly? Or do they just not care? Or has no one ever told them? Or maybe people have told them and they get angry and they think that, you know, these people just, you know, are being mean to them, being bullies. I am reusing a jump ring. I probably shouldn't, because I bet it won't go over it. This looks like a 20 gauge. That's the only problem with this chain, is the holes in it's really tiny. Yeah, I'm going to need to use a different jump ring. We had a person pull out in front of us. He sat there for the car that was ahead of us. He's a really old guy, farmer guy, driving a pickup, and he pulled right out in front of us. Like, he waited for the car. There's probably 3 car lengths between us and him. And he just pulled out, took his sweet ass time. And I kid you not, guys, we were slamming on our horn. Alan was like slammed on the brakes. We were side by side at the rear end of his pickup. Like, how we did not get hit is beyond us. And this guy never flinched, never looked, nothing. And this was the summer, so I cannot tell you how many of these we're going to find all over the place, guys. Seriously. We were going down the ditch with a car. I was on my way to do a wedding this summer for somebody. And yeah, it was horrible. And then when we finally got back on the road behind him and we sped by him, Alan was blaring the horn and the old man never looked. Oh, did you see me do that? The old man never turned. You know, I'm not going to fight to open that back up. I'm just going to put another jump ring on. It was like he wasn't hearing us, he didn't see us, and he didn't care. He was in his own little world, going about his own little day, and, you know, And it's all good to say, oh, well, they should have, you know, pass the driver's test, have a person riding with them. But, you know, when you have somebody else in the car with you, you're more apt to mind your P's and Q's. It's honestly the truth. So there is the necklace made with the beads from the, I'm going to use them in the next video also. From the, oh, what do you call it? Tractor show last weekend. I really like it. I wish these weren't all like so bright. I probably could have swapped out these two and put a bright one over here. But I think it'll be fine. I kind of like the variation of the beads, the different sizes and the different shapes. So yeah, I like it. And very pretty. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, and I'll talk to all of you guys down in the comments below. Bye, everybody.